Inubushan, welcome to Pirate Steve's Cooking. Today we're going to be cooking lasagna. I'm going to start by just cutting up an onion. First of all, we're going to be making the sauce, and then once that's ready, we'll assemble the actual lasagna itself. So we're now going to brown the onions and the mince. Again, today I'm using turkey mince because I don't eat red meat, but obviously again you can use any you like, beef or whatever. Add a little bit of oil. If you were using beef mince, you wouldn't really need to add any oil, but turkey mince is lean, so I will. Now we're going to add some dry herbs at this stage. Bay leaf, some oregano, some dry basil, some Italian seasoning, which is just a mixture of quite a few different things. It has got oregano and basil in it, but it don't matter. A little bit of salt and pepper. Just push your onions to one side and add your mince. Right, now we've browned off the onions and the mince. At this stage, we'll start to add as wet ingredients. First, we'll just add some garlic paste. Tomato paste. We'll add a full tin of chopped tomatoes. Tiny little bit of balsamic vinegar, or maybe not that tiny, and a little bit of tomato ketchup. Just stop it. A little bit more black pepper. A lot. Now we're going to let this mix together and just cook it out until it forms a sauce. You're going to want to let it simmer for about 10 minutes on a low heat and it should start to thicken up. Right, the mince is now at the stage where it's ready to layer up the lasagna, so we're going to get that ready to do that now.
One.
Almost forgot to add the fresh basil. Right, we're now going to assemble the lasagna and build it up. I always put a small amount of sauce just on the bottom so that the pasta doesn't dry out underneath. It doesn't have to be a lot, it's literally just to wet, and that's fine. Then a layer of this pasta. These are just bought sheets. Obviously you can use fresh if you prefer, but the dried ones are fine. First of all, another layer of your meat. Again, it seems like I'm not putting a lot on, but you don't need it, and obviously I'm going to add other things to this. Then I'm going to add some ricotta. You can just use bechamel if you prefer, but I think it makes a creamier end product if you use bechamel, ricotta, sorry. Then just grated cheese. I'm just using grated cheddar. You can use any cheese you like. I like to put a layer of cheese in each layer of the lasagna because it sticks, holds it all together. And then to season it, I also sprinkle a bit of parmesan in each layer. And that's one layer. Now the second layer. And I've just broken some pieces here because my dish don't quite fit 4, but obviously depending on what size your dish is, you may get 4 full ones on. So we've got some meat, ricotta, I'm going to add a grated cheese again. Next layer. Grated cheese, parmesan, and now another layer. just to confuse you, I did it in a different order this one. And now is the top layer, which I'm only going to put cheese and ricotta on here. To put more of this on the top layer because obviously there's no meat or anything on it. So use up full tub. Splash it down a little bit. And this is then going to go into a medium to hot oven around 180 to 200 for about 40 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. You just keep your eye on it and make sure the top doesn't catch. If it does start to catch, you can always put a little piece of foil over just to stop the top part of the cheese and the pasta cooking, burning. Luca is now going to do the taste test. I've also cut some wedges to go with it.
That's right there. It's better than bechamel sauce, is that? Ricotta. Try this actual meat sauce bit, yeah. We've got a little bit of good cooking knife. Try a wedgie. Very good.
Pirate Steve, Pirate Steve, everybody loves Pirate Steve. Pirate Steve, Pirate Steve, everybody loves Pirate Steve. Yak, kak, 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 kak.